In today's social media generation, imagine a show is announced in which a man will be kept in a single room, and in that room, that man will have nothing with that contestant except water and anything else. Buy will not happen. I mean, not even clothes. And after that, the contestant has to open a lottery and $11,802.86 to end that game. And only after adding this amount of money can he leave the show. We'll also get it through the same lottery, and all the things which are necessary for survival will be won by that contestant only through the lottery. This whole concept may seem interesting to you, but any such show will not be entertaining, but it will be a life torture. It will become a life stream, which can spoil the life of that contestant in a very bad way. And can also spoil the mental stability of the same contestant. This is the story of Nisu, a man who live streamed without clothes for more than 300 days for the entertainment of the whole of Japan. The whole of Japan saw this man struggling for the smallest things, and this show even damaged Nisu's mental health. And at the end of this story, you will feel so bad for Nisu B that you can't even imagine, because the producers of the show have done so many evil acts, after which this entire show has become a torture live stream. It can be said, what is the difference between a comedy and a tragedy? The main character in a comedy has a floss inside him. By the end of the comedic story, that main character is on that fluoxetine, and that floss increases even more. He takes it and makes it bigger, or by the end he destroys a flossy main character. The story I'm going to tell will start on a very light and fun note, and it will feel like a comedy, but by the end of this story, you might feel that you have never heard a more tragic story than this. Nisu was also a stand-up comedian, but his luck was not going too well. One day in Up Comedy, Nisu was also trying for a TV show, and he won the lottery there, which means that now he will come in a TV show which will give fame and success to these returning Nisu B. Nisu B can use the same fame and success to boost her stand-up comedy career. Nisu B felt that now his dream of becoming a great stand-up comedian will be fulfilled. The producers of the show met Nisu B, and he explained all the rules to Nisu B. The name of the show was Susun Napa Shon, which if translated means life of prizes. Nisu B had to add a specific amount using sweepstakes in the show. Now, what are sweepstakes? Usually in sweepstakes you get small gifts. It's like a lottery. So if someone is winning in sweepstakes, then he gets some utensil or he gets a football or such small items. So whoever was going to win all these items, he will get them, adding up the cost of all the items. Nasubi had to add a specific amount, which was 1 million yen, get almost everything from the sweepstakes, even clothes. Yes, you heard it right, it means when the show starts.
マジパンツもですか？うわ、いいんですか？嘘？それなんか違くないですか、ちょっと。はい。マジですか？
Nisu will also have to be without clothes, food, entertainment, and everything that is needed for survival was to be obtained through sweepstakes. Nasubi had to stay in the same room for the whole show, and he could not leave that room until he earned 1 million. Yan's threshold does not complete it. Nasubi's real name was not Nisu B. Nisu B means eggplant. Now, where did this name come from? This name was given to Noob by the producers themselves, because whenever Noob would move around without clothes throughout the show, his crotch would get exposed. In order to censor the show, the producers had installed an eggplant which kept moving along with the tube, and hence the name Nisu B. And then the day came when this show started. This entire reality show, there was a business, and in this business, by using the innocence of a decent man, that decent man was made a laughingstock. Nisu B was put in a room and he was told to take off all her clothes.
なんと脱いで。はい。
So Nisu also took off her clothes and his journey began when off opening sweepstakes. Nisu also kept on opening sweepstakes continuously after that. And what did he get the first prize? Fiber jelly. Most of the people in the world don't know what is fiber jelly, but it was something to eat. But this fiber evil from Jelly Vale Price, who was the show's producer, the nature is known. Because when Nisu B entered the show, the very first requirement that Nisu B had was clothing.
エプロン。裸にエプロン。5名。
Because no one would like to remain without clothes on national television for the entire time. Nisu B had requested for clothing, and in clothing also. Specifically, an apron was required, but after filling the sweepstakes, even when Nisu won, he was not given the apron. He was given the first prize, fiber jelly, which just proves that the producers of the show did not want Nisu to wear clothes. Because Yamakamara Nisu B, they felt that the audience would not like the show if Nisu B wore clothes. So after winning the fiber jelly, Nisu B kept filing and opening sweepstakes for a long time, but he really did not get any reward. For a long time, you all imagine yourself that you are alone in a room and you do not have any source of entertainment. You are not wearing any clothes and you cannot even get out of that room. They sent, at what level will you feel lonely in that room? At what level will you feel lonely inside because you have no human interaction, no source of entertainment, you have no one to talk to, and at the same time there are cameras installed inside your room through which the whole country is watching you. Imagine at what level of pressure would you feel in that situation, and at what level would you feel loneliness? I don't know for how many days Nisu B felt this same loneliness. And because of this loneliness, whenever the door of her room, her house, when the doorbell rang, he used to get very excited because that was the only human interaction. Every time Nisu B heard the doorbell, he used to think that maybe a message has come from the outside world. He could stay in touch with the outside world, or there would be some update on the game show, or Nisu B would win a new prize. But every time after hearing the doorbell, Nisu B's heart would break so much that he would feel, I wish a postman had come, just to tell Nisu B that you should put a nameplate of your name on your post box. Or has any food delivery person ever come and told you the complete order and at the end told you that it has come to the wrong address? It is from these small things that we come to know that the producers of this show were so evil. They could have managed all these factors, but they wanted these small shock factors in their show. Think what Nisu B must be going through. Nisu B had to survive on fiber water for so many days. But after a few days, Nisu B's luck changed when she got 5 kg rice in price. Big win for Nisu B. Nisu B was very happy to see that packet of rice, but this was also a big loss for her. It was a method of torture because as soon as Nisu B saw the packet, she realized that she had no way to cook the rice. She was just given raw rice and she could not even cook it. Nisu B did have a stove in the room, but she had no utensils. There was no vessel in which he could cook the rice. Nisu also did not have utensils to cook the food, and he became so frustrated that at one point, due to hunger, he started eating raw rice, but even raw rice was not cooked. He would have eaten as much as he wanted, but it is said that a hungry man tries to reach everywhere. And Nisu also set a very good example of this saying, and he did such a wonderful thing that you can't even imagine what happened. With the fiber that was burnt earlier, Nisu B took a container, put water and rice in it, and kept that container just close to the flame of the stove so that the container does not burn and the rice also gets cooked slowly. And this method of Nisu B turned out to be successful. And after so many days, for the first time, Nisu B ate something like after so long he had rice, Nisu had filed 5,748 sweepstakes. In the middle of the first month itself, Nisu got a bicycle. But the sad thing was that Nisu also went out with that bicycle. I could not go, but Nisu did something that he kept the cycle in the same room. It was fixed at a place inside the room in such a way that she could ride the cycle while staying in that room. due to which a physical activity was added to Nisu B's lifestyle, which kept her happy. Now Nisu B had a cycle. She already had the rice, she figured out how to cook the rice, and after some days she got a prize, which was a